The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Lisa Chen stepped onto the crystalline platform, her boots echoing against the translucent floor. 300 alien species watched her with eyes that ranged from compound to photosensitive, their attention focused with an intensity that would have crushed a lesser diplomat. "The Council recognizes the Terran representative," announced Vrax, the Kashari arbiter, his 4 vocal sacs inflating in sequence to produce the resonant declaration. Lisa straightened her uniform, the blue and silver of the United Earth Defense Force gleaming under the chamber's bioluminescent ceiling. Behind her, projected in holographic splendor, rotated the image that had brought her here, the UEDF Indomitable. "Honorable Council members," Lisa began, her voice steady despite the weight of 100 worlds pressing down on this moment. "We are here to address Resolution 7743, which seeks to classify humanity's newest vessel as a prohibited weapon of mass destruction." A chittering arose from the Zethic delegation, their mantis-like forms clicking in agitation. The lead Zethic, Councillor Thexanar, raised a serrated forelimb. "The human does not deny it, then. That thing violates every principle of proportional warfare established over 10 million cycles." Lisa allowed herself a thin smile. "Councillor, with respect, the Indomitable is a defensive vessel, constructed in response to the very real threat of the Krell swarm that has consumed 17 systems in the past solar year alone." Defensive? The word came from High Commander Zolas of the Rhinoth Empire, his scales flushing from blue to angry crimson. "Your battleship generates a gravitational distortion field that can collapse stars. It carries kinetic accelerators that can punch through planetary shields like tissue paper. Its fusion core outputs more energy than our entire home fleet combined." "All necessary specifications," Lisa countered, "given the enemy we face." She gestured and the hologram shifted. The Indomitable rotated in 3-dimensional space, 5 kilometers of human engineering, bristling with weapons arrays wrapped in armor plating, synthesized from neutron star matter, its twin fusion engines capable of propelling its massive bulk to speeds that defied conventional physics. Commander James Morrison had designed her. Lisa remembered the day he'd presented the schematics to the Defense Committee, his eyes bloodshot from months of sleepless nights, his hands trembling not with fear but with barely contained excitement. "We don't build it to match them," James had said, spreading the blueprints across the table. "We build it to exceed them. Humanity doesn't survive by playing fair. We survive by being the nastiest, most stubborn species in the fight." Now, 9 months later, the Indomitable hung in lunar orbit, fully operational, and the galaxy was terrified. The Kashari Collective lost an entire battle group to a single Krell dreadnought. Lisa continued, her voice cutting through the murmurs. The Vryn Confederacy abandoned 4 colonies because they couldn't mount an adequate defense. The Zethic hegemony itself petitioned this council for aid just 3 months ago, when the swarm reached your borders. Thexanar's mandibles clacked in irritation, but he didn't dispute her words. "Humanity has faced extinction-level threats before," Lisa said, her tone softening slightly. "On our own world, we learned that survival isn't guaranteed. It's earned. Every day, through ingenuity, determination, and yes, overwhelming force when necessary." "You speak of necessity," Vrax intoned, his bulk shifting on the judgment platform. "But what happens when the Krell are defeated? Will humanity then turn its overpowered weapon against us?" The question hung in the air like a blade. Lisa met his gaze, all 6 of his eyes. "Counselor, humans have a saying, walk softly and carry a big stick. The Indomitable is our stick. We don't want to use it against anyone except those who threaten the innocent." "Pretty words," Zolas hissed. "But power corrupts. This is known across all species. Then watch us prove you wrong." The declaration came not from Lisa but from the chamber entrance. James Morrison strode in, still wearing his commander's jacket stained with machine oil and calibration dust. He shouldn't have been here. Protocol demanded only ambassadors in the council chamber, but James had never been one for protocol. "Commander Morrison," Vrax's voice carried a warning tone. "You are not summoned." "No, but I'm the one who built her," James replied, walking to join Lisa on the platform. "So I figure I should be the one to explain why you're all scared of the wrong thing." He tapped his wrist display and the hologram shifted again. Now it showed not the Indomitable, but a Krell hive ship, a nightmare of biological engineering. its tentacles capable of tearing apart cruisers, its maw processing entire populations. This, James said, pointing at the monstrosity, is what keeps me up at night. Not politics, not treaties, not hurt feelings. This thing doesn't negotiate, it doesn't compromise. It consumes, and it's coming for all of us. He turned to face the council, his exhaustion evident but his conviction unshakable. The Indomitable isn't designed to oppress. It's designed to end fights before they begin. Yes, she's powerful. Yes, she's terrifying. That's the point. When the Krell see her coming, they'll know that this sector of space is defended, not by politicians or treaties, but by beings willing to build something so formidable that even nightmares think twice. Lisa watched the council members process this. She could see the calculation in their eyes, fear warring with pragmatism, pride wrestling with survival instinct. The resolution, Thexinar said slowly, seeks to ban the human battleship. But perhaps what we need is not a ban, but an assurance. A treaty specifying its use only against the swarm. James and Lisa exchanged glances. We can work with that, Lisa said carefully. Vrax's vocal sacs deflated in what might have been relief. Then let us draft such terms. The council recognizes that desperate times require unconventional measures. As the chamber erupted into diplomatic chatter, James leaned close to Lisa. Think they'll ever stop being afraid of us? Lisa smiled. Probably not. But they'll be grateful when the Indomitable stands between them and extinction. Good enough for me. Above the moon, the human battleship waited, silent and patient, a testament to humanity's refusal to go quietly into the dark, and a promise that any threat to civilized space would face not surrender, but defiance incarnate. The galaxy had tried to ban it. Humanity had built it anyway, because that's what humans do.